I'm Sheila Wilkes, and I've been on this estate 21 years and never had a flood until Boxing Day. It happened through a 200-year-old wall falling into the overflowing river and caused a massive wave from one end of the estate right through to the other end where I lived. Came downstairs and just turned round towards in my kitchen and saw the wave coming in. And I think, unfortunately, the shock, I could have, when I look back, I wished I could have picked things up, but you're so shocked with it, I couldn't do anything. And it just papers and everything went floating. Everything went floating. And so I lost everything.
I'm Julie and I started volunteering at the Elphaborough Hub a few days after Boxing Day. Well, it was like an emergency centre at first. Everybody sort of used this as a focal point for bringing all the donations in. We've had companies sending duvets, toasters, kettles, a lot of individual donations from even people that have been affected. They've brought in little bits and bats, you know. There were a guy from London came over and donated some like big industrial dehumidifiers. So he hired them out and then donated them to us.
The volunteers have been absolutely wonderful, and all the charities. I've had a lot of help from them. We've had money, you know, that's really helped. And you don't know who to thank, really. There's that many of them. You know, it's been wonderful. And it's brought out all the goodness in people. When I was in Halifax, in Premier Inn, I had to get a taxi everywhere because I couldn't walk that far. And there's a gentleman called Mick. His auntie gave a scooter that she didn't use. He had it all done up, new batteries put in and everything. He was so upset at me having to pay for a taxi every day, more or less, because you had to go somewhere, because otherwise he'd be really fed up.
I think with some residents, it's more shock because they don't think that they're going to get any kind of help, and then when there's people like all the donations that were made to the Community Foundation, and then they're able then to come and offer these grants, and the residents were like, oh, thank you so much, and so grateful. So it kind of gives them hope, you know, that they're not on their own, that there's people there to help them. If it weren't for this hub, because of the floods, obviously it wiped out all the shops, the cash machines, everybody lost their cars. This was the main centre for everyone to come to. So really, if we didn't have this hub, there'd have been a lot of people. I think we'd have probably lost a few people.
When I left the hotel, it really hit me. The adrenaline went down, and I found out quite a lot of people felt that. And then, I mean, you were lucky. No, there were no deaths, you know, things like that. But we're only human.
The residents are becoming really depressed, and I think if it weren't for this place, I don't know where they'd be able to go. We need some kind of focal point for them to come and then to get help. A lot of residents are still traumatised, or they're just coming to terms with what's happened. There's a gentleman who comes in nearly every day, but I haven't seen him for a few days because his partner was flooded. She ended up going into hospital and now she died. She passed away the other day. So it's stuff like that. This gentleman now needs emotional support.